Kwabam from like black media. I was young. Kevin Taylor, the darling boy, and why suppose a year multimedia for. I was young. I cast a multimedia for or money at Dumakobe. A Joy News, Joy FM, and I feel so. A year Adom multimedia, Omunina account. I was young. And Shah FM Munina account now. And summer Abba Tia one is him. When me say, and then ya and Simbia eba to ja and it's a Joy News for akose oma discover a massive excavators ya any temahabo and umkoko hu sa de we see excavators ebuzia esam honum no doso pu anya excavators ketwa nani na no eti a watwemu no Joy News for say oma hu say president so president John Romani Mahama and akra excavators no say wode ba be ye galamsey e wo man Ghana mu eno ano mo de ba be to abonte na ebusia enwo nsem e ba ese buru ya ebusia sansem we ba ye no na president John Romani Mahama press conference and I say press with the media wone media for central for what Ghana has ehia ye nene nansa na ebusia emro mu hia ye nene enwo nsem o mo kan ye no enye nsem ketwa na ka ya me say all the journalists no obia ebusa question no pa no muta ebusa kese no na Kevin Taylor the darling boy yase sebi ya wode hyanko a okwadwane waba abonte na enra enye easy ensama papa ibeki kan ye se ye ka se multimedia omudi omutimi ya ne ye ntoro aza jandam ade anokure bi anim na ne o film west no aka ene ebusia wo hwese ne wabo omochi a ensama waka kurampo ka se ka ye baby kurampo by now no kia krosu multimedia anka Joy News ne na sefo mu nyina no enka semi ye de injunction atoso a enka wo muntimi ye adwuma kame ho anyam kwagye nkyeremu no free Kevin Taylor the darling boy home sisiye awuja baby a wo hwe me bia wo haw ne amane kodan na bia da eda wo so bia no bomode se onimi bedi nkomo ye de samna nwanwaso bi aba e frene se sika kokko na gold samna wo haw bia da eda wo so bia wo hia sa samna we se bi afi wo ye bema wo hwe me wo bema sam wo fo wo bema ye ketwa rabaji bula matali eduro bi na wo bema enye kesi watimi abo adwuma nso ache e wo empem ye de akwankyere bi aba abuzua no ye hwehwe wo hyebrim ye frene se mpelifo akwankyere ana se wo betima frene back to sender onipa bi ha onipa bi tata wato bet e wo ho se wo sanity bi obeku bomode so be fa numbers ne go screen ase na woni mi akasa me hwehwe wo hyebrim mu hwi a na bomode se me kyerɛ wo ne wo beye
Jandam de emania dangerous ye ka jandama fake news platforms propagating fake news, individuals propagating fake news, people who lead fake news are dangerous to every nation. Now, say I fake news are. I don't think say a group of young boys be and young girls be on social media propagating fake news or putting news that is not credible out. No. There are some media houses, I'm friend of traditional media houses. They are dangerous and they are leading the charge when it comes to fake news. Putting news out there and you're credible. News, the intentions behind those news, I'm going to say, is to destroy people, malign people, disgrace people, and feel say they basically have destroyed a government, an individual, into the agenda of such media houses are dangerous. Into Ghana for we need to be very careful. What if fake news are? And just small boy be a phone, small girl be a TikTok. The traditional media, news media, say what Ghana a biso carry fake news pa, and a typical example of fake news outlet a Joy News. And opese oma emuye dua a multimedia as a media house. When you talk about fake news in Ghana, about 60% of the fake news or bad news or news are enya no cry yede to abontene every multimedia neba. Asempa FM, Inshira FM, Joy News, Sa Amono, they lead what we call fake news. The reason why we are doing this tonight, and I say, you didn't catch Ghana for say we are not going to allow what we call Jandam in Ghana. No, Jandam nema Ekufuado to be president. Jandam the Tumba Baumia be vice president. Jandam and a Marco be president. Jandam and a Mebo Nipa etu ewa Ghana during elections. Jandam and a ma Ghana sika some say ye. Jandam tina ende yedaho kun edien galam say. Jandam entina Ghana sika some essay ya dollar could do 17. Jandam any fake news. Any ɛdeɛ nipa bi a wɔn ka no kora wɔn tete TV so no radio so nti ɛna ka Ghana sɛ Ghana amfa tumi ama NDC a anka ekuro ne boye nti we cannot underestimate what we call fake news and jandam. Now multimedia Joy News for some time now they have shown say they are the leaders when it comes to fake news propagation. They are the leaders in Ghana when it comes to making sure say they put out jandam, they put out fake news. And when a news outlet, a credible news outlet like mine, Loud Silence Media, registered in 2012, all the way in 2012, has also been registered in the United States of America, paying our taxes. When a media house like us, when we get it wrong, we come out and apologize because we respect the people who watch us every single day, those who listen to us. Into every credible media house, Biano, when you put out news that is fake, what you do is you quickly retract, come out and apologize to your listeners, your viewers, and the nation that you try to pollute. Now, say Endra na the president of the republic, John Dramani Mahama, now our Babi shared the media to tell the media so far for 8 or 9 months what his government himself they have been able to do, things they have been able to accomplish, the mess they came to inherit, things they've been able to put in place, and things they are doing to solve problems. Remember, the president met the press yesterday to tell Ghana for what they are doing. They are in the process of doing to help change the mess they came to meet. And you don't get this wrong. The president did not come to meet the media yesterday to tell the media that every mess he and his government came to meet, they have solved it. No. I think we are still in that era whereby we are used to lies. So when we get a president who is honest, blunt, and straightforward with us, now we try to find reasons to force him to lie or spin his statement to sound like a lie. Because for the past 8 years, Bawumia Trofo, Ekufuado Trofo, MPP as a political party, every single statement they made was a lie. We were used to being lied to. Now, when we get a president who is honest and blunt and say it as it is and be straightforward with us, we still try to force a narrative on the clean-cut, honest statement the president makes. And internet today, upon all the things the president said, you could see that some people are still trying to pick one out and spin it because they are not used to a president who will not disrespect the intelligence of Ghanaians. They are not used to a president who will stand before the country and be honest about issues. In the Endra, the media encounter president, he came to update. He did not come to tell you, so I solve a problem. He came to update to say, Mom, I'm 4 years, 8 months, I made, this is what I have been able to do. It is the president encounter with the media. The president didn't come to tell you I have finished or completed or solved all problems. The president came to tell you this is what we are doing to eradicate, to stop, to make sure that we sometimes, even at the point, slow down some of the mess we came to inherit. Until you are intelligent to understand that, Assembly President Kan Biano, you will understand him. But so why didn't do that level now? You would think, say, the president meeting the press, yesterday, was for the president to tell the press to say, in 8 months, I've solved Ghana's problems, all problems. Then you will be a fool. You don't have that intelligence to even sit on radio or TV to say you're a journalist. And these are things that we need to understand. Now, Joy News has become an outlet in Ghana that projects fake news a lot. Before the president met the media yesterday, Joy News, in their quest to try and distract the system, create some kind of dissatisfaction against the president and his government, try and distract Ghanaians from the good work the president was about to talk about. They put out some fake news in the system. Say, Joy News uncovers. They did not say it's coming from Kominini News. They said Joy News, meaning they have done their investigations. They have actually come to a conclusion. They have been able to do all their checks. Because in journalism, you don't come out to say, I have uncovered until you have uncovered. There's nothing like half-baked story. In journalism, you cannot put a story out and say, this is a half-baked story. You don't put half-baked stories out. Anytime you say you have uncovered or you uncovered or Joy News uncovers, it means Joy News, they have actually done their job. They have asked all the relevant questions. They have secured all the relevant documents to prove, we say, whatever they are putting out there is the legitimate state facts. And I said the right their information. Until when Joy News comes out, an hour or so, President Bekasa said, Joy News uncovers massive excavator imports into Ghana with late night clearance at Tema Port, and go ahead to do a whole show and have a news segment on it. Then you say, okay, Joy News is a credible news outlet. They have done their investigations. They have interviewed all the important people who are supposed to be interviewed for us to get to the bottom of this. Meaning, Joy News are interviewed Gapoha boss. Joy News, they have interviewed the roads minister. Joy News, they have interviewed the DVLA boss. Joy News, maybe they have even interviewed the lands minister. Joy News has done a thorough job. In fact, they have been able to follow it to the point where they can tell you exactly the number of excavators a free port and their destination. So Joy News Bible they have uncovered, or Joy News uncovers it means they have every needed information to prove say Joy News is a credible outlet. Now this is the news they put out. This is Joy News.
Joy News research has uncovered a startling development at Tema Port. Massive excavator clearances happening mostly under the cover of night. Insiders confirm that the bulk of these machines slip out when public attention is low. This revelation comes less than 24 hours after the Ghana Water Company Limited and Greco made a passionate case for significant tariff hikes, blaming the devastating impact of illegal mining on their operations. Our further probe into the global OEC trade database reveals as exporter. Well, join me now in the studio is Joy News' lead data analyst.
Reliable source that we are working with, looking at the number of excavators at the Tema Port and as well the clearance. We understand that there's a policy called no tracker, no movement. Although this is in force, we still see massive excavators leaving, the port. And the latest we are getting in terms of the Tema Port, the Jubilee, and all of the other ports is that because of the choky nature of the number of excavators at the port, now some of them are being moved to a safe haven, which questions are being asked about the security of this, excavators and where they may end up, especially looking at the templates where some 5 or 6 years ago during the Stop Galamsey fight, we saw excavators being confiscated. Kept at one point, and at a time we all went to check, and then they were nowhere to be found. But what makes this shocking is the fact that if you look at the OEC data that we've been tracking since morning, it makes it, currently Ghana is the #1 importer of excavators in West Africa.
And this is shocking because as far back as June, government told us that they had placed a ban on the importation of excavators. And that is not what we are seeing on the grounds, is it?
Well, the data shows that, and per what we are learning from the port, even as of 27th, August, excavators were cleared from the port, and we have evidence to actually show that. And in fact, if you look at the numbers that I was talking about, Ghana now is the #1 importer of excavators.
So this is Joy News report. A lady came to sit on TV, nicely dressed, beautiful wig, nice spectacles, tiny nose, Pinocchio, brings on another journalist. Now you ask yourself, the report and the caption and the things they were saying on live TV, they were talking about two things. Now, their own caption says, the Joy News uncovers massive excavator imports into Ghana with late night clearance at Tema Port. And when the lady was introducing the show, in fact, when she was speaking on this particular subject, she said that they have uncovered, they have done their job, their sources, whatever they have done, point to the fact, say, excavators at the port are being taken at night away to unknown sources. Meaning, some people under the cover of ɛdeɛn esum no ɔmo wia excavator no ɔmo twi fam. Now they are reporting on two things. They are talking about import or excavator importation. Ghana leading in Africa. That is one thing. You don't get it twisted. They are contradicting themselves in the report. The main reason why they put that news out was that they were trying to create the impression, say, abino area excavators from Temaport and taking them at night to some places. Now, when you listen to them on the show, they are also talking about excavator import and where Ghana. So what here reporting here, I say the excavators were being moved at night after a Gridco and Gridco and Netco, right? Gridco and Ghana Water came out to say they needed PURC to increase tariffs on water and electricity. And remember, when you are listening to news, so the timelines are very important. Uti story na nomokano. Almost say after Netco, Gridco, any Ghana Water, a release statement say they want PURC ever to insume any kanimuno. A ho and uncle for estati say omochi excavator every port. So they are saying say because such statement in every Ghana Water any Gridco coil eba no and then ma abaimu nipa estati say omuria excavator na etwifo because Gridco and especially Ghana Water Company were saying say in Sodenia say into more money to desilt the water and I say clean the water for us to get clean drinking water to drink. Inti and then a ma abino estate say excavators now begu port no start area. So the report, don't get it twisted. They were weaving the report in a way someone tenasientia obagin some kind of crap, but they were lying. Now so utie reports na oba you wanted of a station hall kana maybe so tie she stressed to say after Gridco any water company Ghana Water Company eba out no enna amount for abaimu for NDC abaimu nipa for started say almost chi excavators no every port. Listen.
ONU's research has uncovered a startling development at Tema Port. Massive excavator clearances happening mostly under the cover of night. Insiders confirm that the bulk of these machines slip out when public attention is low. This revelation comes less than 24 hours after the Ghana Water Company Limited and Gridco made a passionate case for significant tariff hikes, blaming the
and the omunsa akosia semiso ayasema emu adwerem na de mane awon nyina ne say eye excavators egu port no anadwo bia no amanfo astati ewia twifam abra nipa ani ni ho na de masa de we nyina siye ne say eye Ghana Water Company ene Gridco e de assemble to abontene ka kire Ghana for say yento eye de insuom ene kanea mu efiri so mo behia sika e de ati nsuo nani ama Ghana for anu supa intom say adekudi ntenkofo area excavator anadwofa abra ye nyina ada no efiri say Gridco ene Ghana Water Company e be ka kire Ghana for say yentum inti sa excavator na omuwia no it was because of that and na omutwi fam efiri say ye be hu excavator bebre egu port wa Ghana for beka say galamsey na ekoso pa eninti na insurani say this is joy news. So you saw how they linked the jandam. They linked the jandam by saying say Gridco Ghana Water a release statement. Secondly, because of that statement it in Kofobi area excavators every port under anadwofa abrayada and almost side ba ko betare ho oh Ghana na isi oba Africa ye na import excavators pa. Let me tell you for a fact, as much as ye import excavators pa Ghana no, our neighboring countries, majority of them, they import earth moving machines through Ghana. Near Tikroma and Burkina Faso, obe moving a lot of equipment through Ghana ports. And it is I would say a computer nim now statistics now. All these earth moving equipment are Efa Ghana, Eco Burkina, Efa Ghana, Eco Ivory Coast. It is considered said their final destination is Ghana. Ghana will be classified as a country. All these excavators because that is their final destination. So almost ship it excavator, and I am not holding brief for anybody. I want you to understand, say, Obi Junaka say, Ghana pioneer crack excavators, pa chain, baby, our Africa. You need to understand, say, enye Ghana nkwa ena nyoma baha. Nyoma bia eba Ghana port, no, about 30% of those goods, no, they go to our neighboring countries. Togo, crack excavators through Ghana. Some people in Togo, they do that. Some people in Burkina Faso, they do that. Some people in Ivory Coast. So do not sit and say, there is a number that says, Ghana and the excavators party and the NDC, excavators, Ghana. No, the final destination might be Ghana, but the owners and also the people or the importers,